Good evening, my loves. Oh, I pray that you all are in the best of spirits and that you are joining me tonight with an open heart and an open mind. Um, I am totally expecting and intending nothing but a positive discussion tonight. So let's get to it. For those who are new, my name is Deanna. I am your sacred healing and love guide. Um, Destination Deanna, I'd love for you to consider it as your self help learning library for all things love. We talk most specifically about love attraction, relationships, marriage, sometimes divorce. Um, but my intention with this channel is to give you all of the tools that you need to be successful at your love journey. And that covers the multitude. So whether you are single and you're desiring to just increase your self-love, or if you are single and desiring to attract a power partner to go through life with, or you're already in a long-term relationship or marriage and you would just like to deepen the level of love that you are experiencing with your current partner. We touch all of that and all of the tips, tools, strategies, information. They're here to assist you with that. So for tonight's conversation, first and foremost, all of you need to know I am a commitment type of girl. Woman. So remember to support by clicking like on the video, by making sure that you're subscribed on our YouTube channel, and inviting your friends so that they can share in the conversation. We get so much more out of the conversation when there's more people participating, sharing their experiences, and asking questions. So for tonight's topic, well, let me see. I see some comments coming in. Latoya. Hi, Latoya. I'm so glad that you're here tonight. Anybody else checking in so you can get your shout out before we get started? Tonight's topic is stop dating the same type. Stop dating the same type. And as always, I start with the intention so we can be really clear about what we're trying to get to with this live. My intention is to assist women in recognizing their negative attraction patterns so they can redefine what they want in a partner and attract healthy love. So everything we're talking about tonight is for your benefit. So if you're triggered in any way, I want you to consider it as just an area that you may need to revisit, or there may need to be some growth. So please stay open. All right. And as always, I've told you what my intention is, but let me tell you what I'm not doing. What I'm not doing. I'm not here to judge your type or your preference or your experience. I'm not here to judge that. I'm not the judge and jury at all. And I want to be really clear. I'm not telling you to do what I did or to choose how I chose. That's for me. That worked for me. But what I do want to do is give you all of the tools that you need to prepare you for your desired outcome. So if that's a long-term relationship, if that is marriage, if that is a greater sense of self-love, that's my intention. Okay. So just wanted to be clear. So although I'm not judging, it would behoove you to be open to change, because let's just state the facts. What you've been doing is not working. It's not working. It's not getting you your desired outcome. So although you're smart, you're successful, you're beautiful, you have a lot going for you, it would behoove you to be open to new information and other ways to go about this. So now that that's out the way, let's get started. I want you all to be comfortable considering the why. When it comes to any topic, we need to be comfortable looking at the why. So, why do you date the same type over and over? I hope that this will make you feel a little bit better. It's patterns. And it's human instinct to seek out patterns and operate according to them. Why? Because patterns are familiar. They are predictable and they're dependable. So even when they're not the healthiest thing, it's our natural human instinct to keep living out these same patterns. So just know, beating yourself up about this is not helpful. And it's really not necessary because honestly, patterns are a human instinct. But the bigger issue is that you don't realize it's a pattern. And if you don't realize it, you're not going to be able to make changes so that your patterns can be for different things. So, something I want you to consider is when dating, you think you have a type, you think you have a preference. But in all actuality, it's usually a pattern that's caused by unhealed trauma, or it's showing up as an unhealthy version of a very positive characteristic. So what do I mean by that? I figured I would kind of bare my soul a little bit and share with you all a very personal experience with this very concept that I have, right? So some of you may not know, but in a past life, I was a rapper. Yes. And when I was a rapper, I was attracted to other rappers. Or so I thought. Now that I have matured, I've evolved, and I've really grown into who I am and understanding who I am at the core and not just at a surface level. I realized it's not that I was attracted to rappers. I am actually attracted to a strong sense of self, a certain presence, an effective and creative communicator. Now, here's the thing. A rapper may present like they have all of these things, but it just may be the outside appearance and not the deep core essence of these characteristics that I desire. And that's actually what I experienced. So I had to kind of live through that negative pattern to break it and realize that it wasn't the rapper per se that I was attracted to. I was attracted to certain characteristics, but I was receiving them on the negative side of it, right? So tonight we're gonna kind of play an interactive game. I have an activity for us. And here's where I need your participation. Tell me what you've been attracted to. Make a comment and tell me what you've been attracted to. And I'm going to tell you how you can flip that and actually reframe the attraction so that it shows up in a more positive way. So don't hold back. And again, I'm not judging. That's what I'm not here to do. What I'm here to do is assist you and guide you on this journey. So tell me what in the past you've been attracted to. What's your dating pattern? What's your dating type? And if you're not fully sure, you can just give just something that you've observed that's a similarity in, one or two people that you've dated in the past. Tell me what you've been attracted to. And then I can tell you how to reframe that and what you should be attracted to. Don't be shy. This is your chance. And while you're thinking about that a little more, I'm going to give you another example. So I gave you my like real example. That was my real life. I really lived through that. I really believe that was my attraction. But here's another one that I hear a lot. A lot. So I'm hoping that either the people that are on now or someone that listens to the replay, maybe this will be helpful to you. Something that I hear a lot is, I want a man with swag. My man got to have some swag with him. I need a man with swag. I hear this all the time. And I understand. But the reframing of that is, you really need a man that's confident in who he is. Because that's what swag is. That's how swag presents. It presents as a certain level of confidence in a person's being. So that's one way that you can reframe your pattern, your type, into something that is actually positive and will lead to successful results in dating. And since y'all are shy, I'm just gonna move forward. You missed the opportunity for me to give you your cheat code. So let's get right into, what are the tips for changing your type? What are the tips for changing your type? I have a few. Look for similarities in long-term attributes and benefits. This is like future plans, spiritual fulfillment and purpose, legacy building, long-term. You want to look for similarities that you have in those areas. You also want to have a strong sense of self-worth and self-love. And the reason why this is so necessary is, you will date for what you want and not what the other person may or may not desire, right? We've all had those instances where we may have been caught up with, those initial butterflies or the attraction or whatever, like the physical attraction. And instead of sticking to what we've said we want, what we, know we desire for the future, we bend and we kind of assimilate because we're looking at what this person is saying they want, and we kind of morph a little bit, or we hide some of ourselves. Don't want to do that. You need to have a strong sense of self-worth and self-love. Know who you are, know what you're worth, know how you want to experience love so that you can stick to that. And I want you to pay attention for alignment indicators. What does this mean? I can think of two right off the bat that you all should be considering. Accountability. You need to pay attention to that. Pay attention to whether or not this person speaks about improving themselves, speaks about being able to take accountability for things happening. Look for if they do the opposite, if they're in victim mode or if they're always blaming, and their commitment to growth. The reason why this is so important for alignment, you need to have alignment in commitment to growth. If a person is committed to their own individual growth, they will be committed to growing in the relationship. They won't be on autopilot. They won't just expect things to fix themselves. They will know that they should be an active participant in the success of the relationship. So you need to pay attention and make sure that you're aligning in those areas: accountability and commitment to growth. And finally, you need to uphold your standards and prioritize this alignment. So again, we're not molding ourselves to fit what this other person may want. We are showing up as our authentic selves with our standards, with what we desire, with our prioritization on alignment. And we don't compromise that. especially not for chemistry or physical attraction, which is what a lot of people do. Oh, I just felt so, and just the way it felt like I had butterflies. Yeah, and that's going to go away. That's not going to last. That's not what you should build a strong relationship on. So you're going to uphold your standards and prioritize. And here's my bonus, ladies. Listen, you know that I'm here for you. You know that my goal, my intention is always to guide the women. My courses are geared towards women. I'm a woman. I'm sharing my experience. But the fellas resonate with what I teach, with what I'm putting out there. So they always weigh in and give me tips and give me information to share with you all. So this is like cheat code stuff. This is putting you ahead of the game. You're hearing what the men are saying. So I took, some of their information and kind of summarized it, and took out the 2 most important tips that I heard over and over again. Ooh, I almost missed this. And speaking of fellas, here's my amazing husband, always there supporting. Hi, baby. Before you declare him as the apple of your eye, make sure you know that the core isn't rotten. Whew. I'm going to leave that up for a minute. That is literally, I'm about to get to the tips. And that's one of them. So the first tip is, if you're feeling called to ask questions, do it. If they're frightened by your honesty, they're probably not meant for you anyway. This is from the fellas. This is not even me. My baby. This is not even me. This is what the fellas are saying. They're saying, don't hold back. They're saying, ask your questions. Be yourself. Show up authentically. If he's not for you, he's going to have a problem with that. And you should be okay with that. Let him have a problem. That means you're not going to have to waste any time. And the second thing, you allow someone else to have the upper hand in the relationship by being too eager. Now, I know none of my ladies is doing this because we're feminine here. We get approached. We fall back. We let them pursue. But this is the men co-signing and saying, don't be too eager. He picks up on it and gains more control of the situation and your emotions. Don't put him on too high of a pedestal, because this will give him reason to not value you in the same way that you value him. Ladies, are you picking up what the fellas are putting down? They are literally telling you, like, don't be pursuing, don't be too eager, don't be giving out too much. You're going to tip the scales in their favor, and you don't even know if they're invested like you are. Thank you, fellas. Thank you so much. I really appreciate how much you all contribute to advancing the ladies in my love attraction community. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to end this with my coaching gem. Okay. And this is the dose of reality. This is where I just give it to you straight. No chaser. The common denominator in all of your dating scenarios is you. It's you. Even if you're dating the same type, it's your choice. You are responsible for what you attract and what you entertain. I'm hearing so much, oh, you're not responsible for what you attract. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because if you're attracting a particular thing, all it takes is a change from you to change that. And then to continue it on, you're responsible for what you entertain. So that's the next level. You attract certain things, you don't like it, change it. Then once you start attracting more of what you like, you still have to vet and see if you should entertain it further. Or if what you're attracting is not what you like and you're entertaining it, why? Don't do that. You have to change your type. That's what I want you to get out of this. Your type isn't working. Your type gets in the way of you attracting what's right for you. For you. And it's going to be different for everybody. Everyone is going to have their own different journey. But I want you to know that you should feel empowered. It is all your choice. You can be accountable and be responsible for how your experience in dating and relationships. You don't like what you're getting, it's time to change. It is time to change. And if you need assistance and you would like to work with me one-on-one, message me, leave a comment on the YouTube channel, join my Love Attraction community, because I want to hear your progress there. Let me know your questions. I personally do respond in my private Love Attraction community. So go on Facebook in the groups, type in Love Attraction Community. It's the only group. And join so that you can get in community and get supported on this journey. Now, remember, every Monday, there is a new coaching gem, and it's a topic-based lesson, but an interactive discussion. We get way more out of the topic when people are commenting, sharing their experiences, asking their questions. So please set your reminder. It's every Monday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Set your reminder. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click your notification bell so you'll be notified every week. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule and committing to, getting more gems for your crown, more tools for your toolkit on your journey. So remember, God is love. We are of God. So attracting love is easy, especially when you have me as your guide. I love you all. Have a great night.